Be sure to catch the next episode of Just Talking It Up on iTunes, Stitcher, your favorite podcast app, or on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
Hey, you forgot our names.
No.
You did. You forgot our names.
Don't be silly. I'm Janet, your Crash, see?
She's just like a goose. She wakes up in a new world every day.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, May 3rd. I'm James Spann. Wet weather, cool, upper low, a lot of things happening here for the weekend, a lot of questions. So let's go in there and get very specific about weekend weather. Let's start with some of the Skycam shots. These were captured early this morning at the insane hour of 5 a.m. Who would be awake at that hour on a Friday morning? Well, me and you probably. There's the Tuscaloosa Skycam. Things are quiet for now. That's the Fayette Skycam. And down in Dallas County, that's our Skycam at Selma, looking at the Edmund Pettus Bridge across the Alabama River. Everything pretty much unfolding as expected. The upper low that had been over coastal Mississippi and Louisiana, that is shearing out and moving southeast away from us. And, of course, the big feature is that new upper low that's going to be cutting off around Tulsa later today. Temperatures are mostly in the upper 50s and low 60s early this morning. And I don't think we get out of the 60s today. We might see somebody hitting 70 or 71, but the clouds and rain will keep us there. Record-breaking cold air. That's an amazing map for the 3rd of May. Deep down into Texas and Oklahoma and now into Arkansas. That's just remarkable. And this is also remarkable. You see the snow up there in northwest Arkansas. It's amazing, some of the stuff we've seen this morning, the reports. I know that Bentonville, Arkansas has about 3 inches of snow on the ground. Now, for the whole state, the first measurable snow ever on record in the month of May. Places like Fort Smith and Fayetteville, they've got some snow falling there. That's just unbelievable. And around here, things are quiet at 5 o'clock. We think the rain will be filling in later today and tonight. There's the watch warning map. We've got the Weather Service in Huntsville has gone for an aerial flood watch for their counties. Flood watch is up for Middle Tennessee, including Nashville, Georgia, mainly for areas north of Atlanta. Rain amounts in those areas could exceed 3 inches over the next 36 hours. There's no flood watches for this part of the state, for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. Still got winter weather advisories from northwest Arkansas up into Wisconsin for the snow here in May. This is the convective outlook. The good news with all of this, no severe weather and probably not much thunder expected with all of this. But there's the rain for the next 5 days. And you can see some really big numbers coming up there for northeast Alabama back up into western North Carolina. The bullseye is about 5.2 inches near Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. And we'll just kind of take a look at the modeling here and walk you through this whole thing. This is where we should be at 1 o'clock today off the GFS, the Global Forecast System. And the upper low is near Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we'll take you down to the high-resolution NAM. This is 1 o'clock this afternoon. And you can see rain should be falling over a pretty good chunk of the state. The heaviest rain over North Mississippi and western Tennessee. We'll go to 6 o'clock this evening. Some of that heavier rain moves into North and West Alabama, but most folks should be seeing some rain around 6 o'clock. Cloudy, cool. Still, look at the blue back over there. Still some snow maybe in parts of Arkansas and Missouri. So rain is likely later today and tonight. Tomorrow, the upper low is centered near Memphis. And this is a look at the projected weather for 7 a.m. tomorrow. The dry slot covers most of Mississippi, but most of Alabama should be in rain. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, a good chance it will be raining. Now, let's go to 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. All of a sudden, the NAM is a little slower here on moving the dry slot in. At 1 o'clock, the rain will be ending for Tuscaloosa, but all of a sudden now, the NAM still has rain falling for Birmingham, Talladega, this is race weekend, Anniston, and Gadsden. But let's look at the RPM. which is another good mesoscale model. This is Saturday morning at 7, and it's a lot faster. It's got the dry slot Saturday morning at 7 all the way to Birmingham, and by 1 o'clock, most of the state is in dry air with sunshine, with the rain limited to extreme northeast Alabama. And there's a look at Saturday evening at 7 p.m., and the rain is totally out of here. So we'll kind of go with the compromise and kind of maintain the consistency in the forecast we've had with a soaking rain tomorrow morning, the rain ending from west to east during the midday hours, and a pretty decent chance we'll have sunshine at some point tomorrow afternoon. Of course, if you're in far east Alabama, you might not get the sun, but for most people, I think they will. And it's going to be a cool day. I'm looking at both the NAM and the GFS, and by golly, they've got us in the 50s all day tomorrow. The models will struggle with this. Cold core, upper low, weatherman's woe. They won't know how to handle it. People often don't know how to handle it. These are very tricky, but it's going to be a very cool day. We might be looking at record low maximums tomorrow. And you think that's cool. Look at Sunday. I mean, it's got the upper low right on top of us. And man, some weird things can happen with that. This is the NAM at 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and obviously directly underneath the cold core, we're going to have some showers. And when you're directly under the cold core, keep in mind, showers, even with no thunder and lightning, could produce small hail or graupel, little ice, coming out. And the other thing, too, I'm telling you, you'll have to watch out for maybe some cold air funnels. And those are not really dangerous. They don't touch down, but they can look very ominous and creepy, obviously. So it's going to be an interesting day. So occasional showers Sunday. It's not going to rain the whole time, but it could rain at any time, and I think there's a pretty good chance of a rain delay. So it's going to be a very tricky weekend for our NASCAR official friends over at Talladega. I think there's a chance they get both races in over the weekend, but it's going to be tricky. The Saturday race will probably be delayed. The start time will be delayed, and the Aaron's 499 on Sunday. Rain delays a distinct possibility as well because of showers. And again, the showers might produce a little hail, which is also a complicating factor. And Sunday will be like Saturday. I don't think we get out of the 50s. It'll be very, very cool for May. Monday, the upper low is near Atlanta. And in the backwash around that thing, we'll still have the chance of a few lingering showers. And then we'll go on to Tuesday. The thing is on the around Cape Fear, North Carolina. And we are in drier air. I think Tuesday will be generally dry, only a very small chance of a shower. Wednesday, I know there's some wraparound moisture showing up, but I think we'll be dry. We start to warm up. We go back in the 70s. Thursday, maybe we'll touch 80, and the same thing Friday, but moisture starts to increase from the west, and I guess that means we might have to look at some chance of rain for that following weekend, May 11th and 12th. We'll check the end of the forecast, May 19th. Looks a little wet, but again, we see no sign of any severe weather issues on a large-scale basis for the next 2 weeks, and that's a good thing. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today, and don't forget, if you can, watch us on ABC 3340 News and the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock this evening. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.